You are watching The Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.
Guy Dawson,
Cotton Candy, Las Vegas strip performer extraordinaire.
Yes.
He's outshining me on the pink.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was.
Who looks better in pink than me?
You
Cotton
do. You look good. You girl, quit playing.
You got the.
I'm looking at her breasts and my tongue got sweaty. Girl, you need to quit playing. I'm gonna come back as your baby mother. What's for dinner, princesses? All week long I've been waiting for that press.
Cotton Candy, people react to you in a lot of different ways. What are some of the reactions that people have to you when they meet you?
The greatest one is this young lady came up to me and because I am a comedian, and when I get on the strip, I always pray. I would say, God, give me words that will direct to people, tell them I'm a man, without the nasty and violence to it. So lady comes up to me and she says, "You're gay." And I said, I am so glad you realize I make everybody happy. Yes, I do. I make everybody. She said, "No, you know what I'm saying? You're a faggot." And then I said, "Oh, no, ma'am, I'm not a pile of sticks nor a French cigarette." And she was really puffing. All of a sudden, all these people stopped because they thought I was going to be violent on this woman. So she said, "No." And I said, "Wait a minute, ma'am. Before you finish, just tell me exactly what you're saying so I can answer you correctly." She ain't no black folks can speak that way. So she said,
they're always surprised when you're intelligent.
Yeah. So she said, "No." And I had to say it like she said because they say this word on TV now. "You take it up the ass." And I was like, and then that's when I was like, oh my God, that just blew me away. Then I just opened my mouth and these are the words that came out. And I said, "Oh no, ma'am. Behind my mangina is a anaconda." And I said, "I will poke your eyes out. I will crack the back of your skull. And I will definitely mess up your vocal cords." Bam! And she said, "Oh my God."
So I guess that probably set her straight, huh?
She said, "You're a man." And I was like, "I've been trying to tell you that all day."
You could have told her you were giving her a pearl necklace, too. I'm just saying.
All the political correctness that I bring to this show has completely gone out of the window today.
See how we said it? It wasn't foul. It wasn't nasty. It didn't make you want to click off. It just was intelligent. And it did it to a purpose. And you got a point across. Versus cussing, swearing, and making it what the norm that they call us all the time. If you're a black man in a suit, you're a pimp. If you're a black man with your pants down, you're in a gang. If you're a black man with titties on, you got to be gay. How about if we just make the world better because we like looking good? We like trenches, and we just love making the people world better. How come we can't just be that person?
Yeah, well, Cotton Candy and I met, and we had this conversation, and he shared his message, even in the middle of what we were at. I mean, there was a lot going on there.
Yes.
But I loved his message, what he shared about making people happy. And, I love what you were been saying about being judgmental. Because being judgmental sucks.
It's the worst thing. Yeah,
that is
just
true.
The worst thing you can do. And like you got. I love this mix y'all got. So you got a white guy over there who's light skinned. He needs some tan.
He doesn't, Scott. You need Scott.
But you look good, Scott. I ain't mad at you. Then you
he might get burned though.
I want to know what is his nationality?
Very serious.
The other gentleman.
Okay.
The other gentleman is what's his nationality? The one that's so serious on the board that always look like if
he's
drunk.
focused. He's making sure that the show turns out all right.
What's your name? Marvin.
And it's a Chinese guy and his name Marvin. So you know he
Chinese?
Is it Chinese? Yeah.
Yes,
see, I kind of like.
Well, you are smart.
You know, God can speak to you in Chinese. Say hi.
Ni hao ma.
There we go. Yeah.
He ha mo.
Well, we don't have Quan.
No, we don't. But I knew
so I don't know
much.
I know something.
But see, this is why I like coming into. I like coming in with people that is not one person. See, I'm not a black person. I am a person. I'm not I love when we intertwine and have everybody making the world great. And once we can do that, the world will heal itself. And before we leave this planet, my gift, I wish I could just do something to heal it, make it better. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just make it better. Then I have died a gazillionaire. Whether you give it to me in your dollars and cents, I died because I made somebody else happy. And then they're going to go on these segments later in life when I'm long gone. And I might say something so stupid, they might laugh, and it might change their whole atmosphere and make them better. So that's what I hope I leave when I finish here.
What is it like being a performer on the Strip? I mean, you're dealing with literally hundreds of thousands of people every single day who are walking down that street. What
you're
the experiences
just a big
that you must have to
you're
share?
A big babysitter. That's how you are.
Big
You're a big babysitter. If you look at people for who they are, not for what they say, you're a babysitter. So if one baby act crazy and cut you out there, you just go out there, slap him down and put a bottle in his mouth. And like one guy came up to me, he didn't know Cotton Candy knew karate. I don't know why nobody ain't filmed this
You know
one.
karate too?
Oh man,
There you go.
Cotton Candy was on there. Man, let me tell you something. Guy come up to me and he says to me, and he goes, and he says something to me, and I'm like, man, why you so angry? And he said, I just want to do a film on YouTube showing that I'm whooping your, he wanted to beat me up. I'm like, but you do know I got issues, right?
He didn't figure that out?
You didn't figure this. I gotta wear this to keep my nerves down. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So I can stay calm. Why would you want to do that? So he pulls a knife out on me. Yes, he did.
Oh my.
And so I wouldn't black out like OJ did and had to throw the little gloves around. So what I did, I said, let me beat him down in God's name.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what he did. I smacked him. I said, Jesus love you. Flipped him over in the dirt, told him Jesus love him. Threw my hand on it. I said, God really loves you. And then I had to say that so I don't get too violent. Police came, they took him away, and I asked them, did this man got any warrants or anything? They said, yeah. I said, well, I ain't going to press charges. Just go ahead. So they took him away. 2 years later, I'm on the Strip. This nice-looking, clean fella come by, and he said, Cotton, I just want to tell you I'm sorry.
You're like,
I didn't know who
what?
this is. Who is this guy? And I'm like, oh, you sorry for what, man? He said, I was the guy that called you the name and you kept hitting me, but every time you hit me, you kept telling me God loved me. And Jesus was putting his hands on you, not me. I didn't even know all the words that I said to the dude, but whatever he said, I said, obvious. So when he went to jail, I guess he did some difference, and he came out and he apologized. And I said, well, I accept your apology, but, it just blew me away because it was a whole different person from what I didn't even know that person. And I will always know a person, even when they do something bad, but I did not know that person. So to me, maybe that was a cleansing. Maybe that was an eye-opening. I don't have to fight you to get we can exchange words and I can say positive things. And a lot of people come to our city and they come talk to me, and sometimes my higher energy take over and talk to the people. And when they talk to the people, I try to catch what I say to them because it's not me speaking. And a lot of the people go home and they say they can't believe they came all the way to Vegas to look at a guy that they judge to tell him something positive like that. And so when they tell me this, that's when I know what I'm doing is great. I'm not your preacher. I ain't trying to say you. I ain't trying to do none of this stuff. No, I'm just hoping that your world will be better, because if your world better, you make mine's better. That's it. There's nothing amazing about it. It's just I'm a servant. All I am. There's nothing great about me. I'm just a servant, because when I put me out of it and I'm this guy or I'm that, then I'm taking the higher energy out of it, and that's when I become a loser, and that's when I end up in a shelter.
And you were a part of America's Got Talent? What was that kind of experience was that?
You knew you wasn't going to go anywhere on America's Got Talent. We just all knew that. So they put me on there. They said, would you like to be on there? I'm like, well, I'm going to be on TV. And they were like, yeah, but you ain't going to win. I'm like, but y'all going to put me on TV.
There you go.
And they put me on TV.
All exposure is good exposure, right?
That's right.
Food. I tried to leave it on there. I was breathing hard. And then what's the name go, Howard Stern, I don't see this being $1 million act. And I'm like, man, then
It's a gazillion dollar act.
Yeah. I'm like, didn't that guy come out years ago as Fart Man? He had a big old
he did, that movie.
And it was the dumbest thing ever, and he gonna tell me I ain't funny? And when you look at the show, all the fans, all the people out there went crazy. They was loving Cotton Candy. See, before the show, I was already on the Strip for about 3 years.
Yeah. Cotton, we're done with your segment, but
done,
how can
done.
people visit you? Please share some information.
Cotton with a K, Candy with a K. Go there and I look like this on YouTube, and
There you go.
I'm on Facebook, and I will accept you. And also be looking out because I'm about to give book bags back to kids here in Vegas, and I do a lot of things for the city and giving back to the children. So support if you can.
Las Vegas strip performer Cotton Candy.
In the house, Cotton Candy screaming.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I mean, again, if you want me.
We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, D. Ennis, he is famous. He is our health advocate for the Guy Dawson Show. He's going to come and talk about life shots and healthy living and
Take
care of yourself.
Rub my belly and
See you later,
grab a
Cotton
titty.
Candy. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Bam!